Welcome to another episode on our channel. You've seen this figure before. It's a Redmond Toys head and hat. Found that on eBay. I had the jacket lying around somewhere and put it on this guy. Got some pants for him, a gray vest, a high-rise white shirt, and necktie. The guns are actually from Steve-O Toys. They're made of metal. They're very good. And to save costs, I made the holster on the hips and the shoulder rig here for the guns. So I think he came out pretty good. But that's not the main point of this video. I was just looking around on the internet the other day, and I found a place called Toys Wonderland. And wouldn't you know it, they're showing a figure of Doc Holliday. And according to the picture, this head has just a kind of a smirk on his face, which is kind of what I remember seeing of Doc Holliday in the movie on several occasions. And so I thought, well, maybe I'll go ahead and get this figure and kind of compare it to this guy. Maybe I'll trade the head out. I don't know yet. I guess we'll see. Or maybe I'll still be thinking about it. I don't know. But Toys Wonderland was selling, and it's out of Hong Kong, was selling this particular figure for $76.13. Now, you're going to pay shipping and handling, that sort of thing. So that's going to make the price go up. But you're going to do the same thing with a typical Hot Toys figure. And I don't know of any 1/6 scale Hot Toys figure that's selling for $76.13. The other thing I liked, most of the time, you're going to get Hot Toys figures in the range of $270 to $280 to $295 to over $300. That's not even including shipping and handling. So the price differential caught my attention. The other thing that caught my attention is when you look at a Hot Toys box and you look at, let's see if I can kind of do a balancing act here. You look at a Present Toys box. They are quite different in terms of size. So I think, and this is a Goman, so I think they're doing pretty good in terms of environmental savings, as well as I think financial savings. They made smaller boxes. So anyway, that was a plus. I got several Present Toys for under $100. They're even selling a Conor McGregor figure on Toys Wonderland for like $61. I don't know how many cents. I was tempted, but Conor McGregor, sorry if anyone is a really big fan of Conor McGregor, I have always liked George St. Pierre. I'd love a figure of him. Not necessarily of Conor McGregor. He's not been a favorite of mine. I apologize for those who love Conor McGregor. Just not my favorite. Anyway, so we're going to pause and we're going to open up this box and see what we have and do a comparison between the two figures. And then in time, I will figure out whether I'm going to use this head sculpt for this figure or keep the Redmond Toys head and hat on this figure. So we'll pause now. Why, Johnny Ringo, I'm your Huckleberry. Okay, not the right voice, but you get the idea. That was one of my favorite scenes in Tombstone. I don't think it was an original line that they had in there. I'm not quite sure. I actually got a hold of a script from a friend. It's missing one page. Darn it. Anyway, that aside, we are here to look at this figure. So, without any further ado, let me see if I can open this baby up. All right. So, as typical, you have a little tape on it. Looks like they put tape on it in several places. Feels like Christmas. All right, put that over here. There's the box, which is pretty, I think, cool looking. Here's one side, which says present toys. One side that says Holliday. Another side that yet again says present toys that isn't upside down. And one more time, Holliday. All right. So let me see, how do you open this darn thing? Okay. So it isn't like magnetic. So you have to kind of hopefully shake it open. This is kind of cool because a lot of times your boxes have tape or a circular tape that kind of closes the lid and the bottom part with Hot Toys. Then you have to cut that open, peel it away, and get the residue, the sticky residue off. And there are so many ways you can get residue off. I'll just segue to that for just a second before we look at this figure. You can use soapy water, you can use white vinegar, nail polish remover, WD-40, gouache. And on a particular website, they said you can use peanut butter and leave it on for a bit and then wipe it off later on. So I don't know if that really works. There were like 12 different methods to get it off. But anyway, I don't have to worry about that on this figure. It is not taped shut. So it has this little cover on the top to protect the figure, so we can see the figure here. Holliday. So I guess I'm noticing it doesn't have kind of an inclined little triangle thing where the name goes across. It's just flat Holliday on the stand. That's okay. All right. Bring the box back into view. Let's take this guy out. And so he has a little plastic on him, a little silicone. Oh, he is very smartly, wow, okay. He's smartly dressed. A very tailored look with the jacket. And by golly, he does have that smirk on him. So let's put him down here and kind of face him here. So when we do a close-up, you'll be able to see just the tiniest of tiniest smirks on his face, which is kind of what I'm looking for. So far, let me move him here. Okay. So I'm noticing he's a little more darker in the face. I think I like that better. Okay. All right, let's move him back out. See what else he comes with. All right, so he has his firearm, which is pretty cool. Okay. And he has, it looks like a place for, I don't think he has a holster rig. I think this is the only place that uses, I'm sorry guys, taking my glasses off on this one, that has the holster is kind of under his arm. And I'm going to have to find a way to get it in there. There we go. Success. So there we go. So the only weapon here, of course, is on this side. Okay. He does, though, have, it looks like it opens up too. All right. Well, that's kind of cool. So this comes with 2 places to put shotgun shells. It's very nice. Let's see what else he has in here. He has other hands. So these hands, if you can see, let me see where I can get it in the picture here. Move it back a bit more. So he has hands that can grip things. These are 2 of, on the right side, and 2 on the left side. All right. And I think that's going to be it. So they've cut back on costs by not overdoing it with accessories. They have some extra hands. They have a really smart, tailored outfit on him. The head sculpt is wonderful. I think better than this particular head sculpt. The hat is perfect. I mean, he's just finely dressed. And the open shotgun, that's kind of a nice touch. So they've kept costs down in that respect. So it actually is a really nice figure for $76.13. I mean, I would be okay with just displaying him as is. The only thing missing from my perspective is a holster on his hip. But I can make one of those. So I am happy with this. And I do believe I will be changing out the head sculpt here. Or keeping him as a figure in and of itself to display with the other figures. I'll have to figure it out. But I'm tempted just to replace this head with this head. So let's pause for a second. Let's put him on a turnstile and let's see him from different angles and then also get some tighter shots. So we'll pause right now. We are back and you can see him here. We're going to kind of go around and you can see him from different angles, but I really, really do like the tailored jacket. This is so nicely made. Just so nicely made. The outfit is so nicely made. The striped pants, the shoes are wonderful. The tie, the vest. I mean, he is just very tailored. His the tone, the paint on his face, the tone of the colors are perfect. You know, it's a darker shade compared to the one I had on the Redmond toys. The hat is great. I mean, he just looks super. Now, my husband and I kind of went back and forth about which gun we would have liked better, the shoulder holster gun or the hip one. I would have preferred to have had the hip one. He would prefer to have the holster one. In retrospect, it's okay this way because I'm good at making the hip holsters, and I can easily add a gun here if I wanted to. So I think he looks great. So let me just turn him around. You're not going to see much from the back, but you're just going to see how well tailored he is. Yeah. He's simple, but exquisite from my perspective. Yeah, that's a good Val Kilmer. So we'll pause now and get an even tighter close-up of him. We are back, and as you look at this figure, you can see the quality of the figure in and of itself. If you look at the shoulders, look at how tailored that is. Just so finely tailored. And then you look at the sleeves, the ends of the sleeves right here, right? And you can see that they are really nicely shaped, not flappy. I get really, when you get wide ends of the sleeves, it doesn't look very good. This is so nicely tailored. The contrast of the striped pants, the vest, and the scarf and the high-rise shirt, everything seems impeccable here. And again, with the gun here, this is very nice. There's not much to see from behind, so I won't turn him around. But the one thing that I noticed with this figure compared to the Redmond Toys head, not only the shade, which I mentioned to you, this looks healthier in terms of tone, darker tone shade, but I think the face is thinner as well, which I think would be more appropriate with the Val Kilmer figure. So this is really going to be a hard thing to actually take this head off the hat and put it on the other figure, or to keep both. Wow. Maybe I need to buy another one of these guys. Pull the head off, and I'll have both, Anyway, let's get a close-up of the face. This is an absolutely awesome head sculpt. If you had told me this was a Hot Toys figure, I would not have batted an eye. The artist captured a slight upturn on this side of the mouth, so he has a slight smirk on his face, which is what I remember Val Kilmer doing so many times in the Tombstone movie. This is the head I want to use for my figure. In fact, I want to use this head so much, but I love this figure so much, I think I'm going to buy another figure and actually have both figures available. I will sell on one of them the lower body and the older head, the Redmond Toys head and hat, as a loose figure, and I think I'll get my money back. Here are both figures one last time. This one is with the Redmond sculpt and hat. This one is with the Present Toys sculpt and hat. I have to say, I am amazingly impressed with the Present Toys figure. I'm going to get another one because I do believe I do want to replace this particular head sculpt and hat with this one. But I like this figure so much, I want to keep it separately as well. I'll sell the rest on eBay and probably get my money back at the price of $76.13. I don't think you can go wrong here. So I am amazed. I'm impressed. I hope you've learned something new with this video. If you've liked what you've seen, please consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.